You are watching Jesup High School Athletics on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Welcome to the upper patio. We're perched high above the South Gym in Jesup, where tonight your J-Hawks are set to square off with the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. Good evening, everyone. I'm Luke Baldwin, and for this girls' contest, I'll be flying solo on the mic. Behind the scenes, though, this broadcast wouldn't happen without our on-site producer, Anthony Baugh, keeping everything running like a well-oiled machine. Let's take a look at the visiting Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. Head coach Josh Kruger brings his squad into Jesup with a 5-6 record. It's been a bit of an up-and-down season for the Cougars, who recently fell to New Hampton. These two teams met earlier this season, with Jesup coming away with a 30-point victory on the Cougars' home floor. As Sumner-Fred looks to even the score, keep an eye on sophomore Sydney Zupke. She leads the team in all three major statistical categories, averaging 18 points, 7 rebounds, and nearly 4 assists per game. Senior Livy Schoonover provides additional scoring punch, averaging close to 11 points and 6 rebounds per contest. Now to your Jesup J-Hawks. Co-coaches Roger Oberhauser and Jason Pilcher's team enters tonight at 6-6, looking to get back on track after dropping their last 4 games. Most recently, Jesup came up short at home against 4th-ranked Grundy Center, but not without a hard-fought battle that showed plenty of grit. Offensively, the Jayhawks are led by senior Emma Bowes and junior Peyton Weber, who average 15 and 13 points per game respectively. Weber is also a force on the glass, pulling down nearly 10 rebounds per game, while Bowes adds about 7.5 boards. At point guard, Dylan Vogel continues to run the offense, setting the tempo and distributing the basketball. With leading assist getter Marley Shizzle sidelined due to a season-ending knee injury, Vogel's steady presence and decision-making will be especially important as Jesup looks to keep its offense flowing. We should be in for a great one tonight as the Cougars look to reach 500 of the season, while the Jayhawks aim to climb back above that mark. Once again, I'm Luke Baldwin, bringing you live J-Hawk Girls Basketball on the J-Hawk Sports Network, presented by Heartland Technology. If you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/JHawksSN or on X at JHawksSN. And now let's turn things over to PA announcer Doug Fresh for tonight's starting lineup. And after that, our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jesup High School for tonight's varsity basketball games. A special welcome is extended to our guests from Sumner-Fredericksburg High School. Jesup High School proudly supports and practices good sportsmanship by supporting your team, respecting the abilities of the opposition, and decisions of the officials. You can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, Esther Williams, McQuan McHugh, and Terrence Campbell. Now for tonight's starting lineups. For the Cougars, sophomore, number 20, Sydney Zupke. Senior, number 22, Livy Schoonover. Senior, number 24, Alexis Buhlman. Sophomore, number 32, Aaron Stagey. And junior, number 54, Kylie Kruger. The Cougars are led by head coach Josh Kruger and assisted by Ryan Stagey. For your Jayhawks, senior number 11, Emma Bose. Senior number 12, Jaden Bose. Junior number 21, Ella DeVore. Sophomore number 22, Dylan Vogel. And junior number 24, Peyton Weber. The Jayhawks are led by head coach Roger Oberhauser and Jason Pilcher. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the singing of our national anthem by Jesup Senior Allison Brown and Jesup Junior Allison Bovey.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Jayhawk fans, beautiful national anthem sung by the duo of Brown and Bovey. In case you missed it, our starting lineup for tonight: Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. We've got a 5'5" sophomore, number 20, Sydney Zipka. 5'7" senior, number 22, Livy Schoonover. A 5'7" senior, number 24, Alexa Bowman. 5'4" sophomore, Aaron Stagey, number 32, and a 5'3" junior guard, number 54, Kylie Kruger. For your Jesup J-Hawks, 5'11" senior, number 11, Emma Bose. A 5'7" senior, number 12, Jaden Bose. A 5'6" junior, 21, Ella DeVore. A 5'6" sophomore, number 22, Dylan Vogel. And a 5'11" junior, number 24, Peyton Weber. And here we go, Jayhawks take the tip. Vogel setting things up as the Jayhawks look to get on the board first. Vogel with the ball in the far corner into Emma Bose, who takes it to the rack and scores it. Emma with a little extra equipment here tonight. She took a spill, which, if you're familiar with Emma, double dribble turnover by the Cougars. Emma busts her tail, no other way to say it. And as a result of that, sometimes she ends up on the ground. She's a hustler. The last game she took a spill and kind of bounced her nose off the ground, and due to that, I believe that's why she's wearing the face guard tonight. So number 11, Emma Bose, if you're wondering, that's what she's got going on tonight. Ella DeVore inbounds, Vogel. Jesup working around the edge. Jaden Bose with the three, no good. Rebound, Sumner-Fred. That's Alexa Bowman with the rebound. As Sydney Zupka plays point for the Cougars, brings it up the court. Jesup in a man-to-man defense. I expect them to play quite a bit of that tonight against the Cougars. Travel turnover for the Cougars. That's going to go back to Jesup. As I said in the pregame, Jesup did drop a 30-point W on the Cougars earlier this season. You know, as a Jayhawk faithful, I hope to, I'd love to see a repeat of that, but if nothing else, just a great game for both teams. Nice move inside by Peyton Weber. She's going to draw the foul, go to the line to shoot a pair. Foul against Alexa Bowman. That will be her first, team's second. Peyton Weber gets the friendly roll as we see Vogel cruise back into the center court there after talking things over with Coach Roger Oberhauser. Again, Coach Oberhauser, Coach Pilcher co-coaches for the Jayhawks this year. And it's kind of interesting watching them coach. You know, sometimes Roger will be sitting, sometimes Jason will be sitting, but there's always one standing, always one sitting. Personally, I think Jason prefers to stand. He's got a lot of energy in there. He likes to be up moving around. Nice drive by Emma Bowes. Baseline, very little defense there. Good feed inside by the Cougars. No good on the shot. That's going to go out of bounds off the Cougar. No, they're going to say Cougar ball. Must have been off a fingertip of somebody there. Kylie Kruger to inbounds. And that goes deep into the opposite side, but the Cougars do come up with it, set up their offense. Back to Zupka. The Jayhawks more than capable of putting on a pretty suffocating defense in that man-to-man. They're great at jumping those passing lanes. Oh, wow. Nice shot by Livy Schoonover as the shot clock expires there. Knocks one down. Feed inside to Jaden taken away. Quickly back the other way. Jayhawks nearly force a turnover, out of bounds. Stays with the Cougars. Far side, Aaron Stiege trying to get it in. She does. Although Jesup with the stifling defense gets it back. Jaden Bowes, a little short on the three opportunity, rebounded by Weber, but directly to a Cougar. Sumner-Fred working around, drive and shot by Schoonover, no good. She's now looking for a teammate as Bowes has her trapped in the corner, and that's going to be a 5-second violation on Schoonover. So Emma Bowes will inbound it on the near side here in the right corner of your screen. Jayhawks doing a nice job of moving the ball around, finding the open person. That time it was Vogel, no good. A little strong and right on the three-point attempt. Rebound Cougars. A little breakdown in offense or defense there by the Jayhawks. Cougars could not take advantage. Vogel three again, no good. Almost got the roll. Rebound by Emma Bowes, who's going to step out. Tried to creep along that baseline there, just got one foot on the edge, I believe. Madeline Visteka, a sophomore, number 10 in for the Cougars. as well as Hannah Bowman, a freshman, a 5'11" freshman. Nice hustle by Ella DeVore to force that turnover. So Jayhawk ball, Jaden Bowes inbounds to Vogel. And as I mentioned in the pregame, and I guess I don't know how much I'm supposed to speak to this, so hopefully I'm not saying anything I shouldn't. Jayhawk turnover. You certainly have noticed that we're missing one tonight. Junior Marley Shizzle went down with unfortunately a season-ending knee injury a couple games ago, and just one of those terrible, unfortunate events that it seems like we see all too often, especially with girls sports. And I'm not a doctor, I don't know why that is, but if you know Marley, she's a wonderful kid, great athlete, four-sport athlete, good student, just a really, really good human being. And not that we want those injuries to happen to anybody, but I sure felt bad for her, and I think I can speak for everyone when I say we wish you a speedy and full recovery, Marley. Interception by Emma Bowes, takes it the length of the court, up and in. That'll take the Jayhawks to 8. Somewhat low-scoring game here. Nobody's really burning it up on the offensive side of things. Cougars really having a difficult time getting it inside. They are working around the perimeter, trying to find somebody inside, but they're Schoonover with their second 3 of the game. So they may have found their answer right there. If they can't get it inside, start hitting those threes. Vogel, 3, got it. Nice shot by Vogel. She missed a couple early on, got her dialed in. Jaden Bowes with the pressure up top. Emma, her sister, comes flying in. And I believe Vogel's going to be called for the foul there. I stand corrected. That was Emma Bowes. And Emma is going to take a breather as Haley Gingler, a 5'7" sophomore, number 5, comes in for the Jayhawks. Schoonover shot. No good, but very close. We're going to want to get a hand in that gal's face. Cougar ball underneath. Visteka inbounds, taken away by Vogel. She will take it all the way. Friendly roll. Jaden Bowes really working hard tonight, doing a nice job of pressuring that point guard. Weber cutting off that baseline dribble. Nice turnaround move by the freshman, Hannah Bowman. Under a minute to play. Jayhawks find Weber inside. She gets herself some room, puts it up and in. Again, I said this before, but Jaden Weber really doing a nice job on that initial pressure, forcing the Cougars to waste some shot clock by making it difficult for them to just get it across half court. 20 seconds left. Nice defense by Peyton Weber. Ties it up, and that ball is going to go to the Jayhawks as we've got 14 seconds to the end of the first quarter here, and I believe Coach Kruger for Sumner-Fred. Nope, that was Coach Oberhauser / Pilcher called a 30-second timeout to talk things over as they get set to inbound the ball with just over 14 seconds to go. No doubt playing for what they figure is the last shot of the quarter. As you might assume, calling these games alone, not the easiest thing to do, especially for a bit of a moron like myself. It's hard to come up with words for an entire game. So I'm doing the best I can up here, folks. You're going to have to bear with me. But I do appreciate you chiming in tonight and giving me a listen. And if it's no good, just turn your volume down. It's real easy. Weber, blocked by Bowman. Out on the Cougars, stays with the Jayhawks. Probably going to look for something in the middle, potentially. Or not. There we go. It took us a while to get there, but another block. So we will end the first quarter 15-8, Jayhawks on top. Been kind of a back and forth affair. Nobody really running away with it here. Nobody having a tremendous amount of success on the offensive end. Jesup doing a really nice job on defense, turning Sumner-Fred over, and that has resulted in probably six fast break points. And you know, that's one of the best and I dare say easiest ways to win a basketball game. Certainly not easy. You got to play good defense to get those turnovers, but Jesup doing a good job of that right now as we look down and see Coach Oberhauser, Coach Pilcher talking things over with their squad. Shout out to our cheerleaders in the upper right-hand corner of your screen tonight. Always do a great job getting our fans into it. We've got about half a dozen of them over there, it looks like, 7. I am not going to name them because I'm getting old and I'm not sure I even know who 3/4 of them are, but I very much appreciate them. They do a phenomenal job, and we're glad to have them here. Ella DeVore knocks the ball out of bounds. Schoonover, the elder Schoonover, set to inbounds for the Cougars. She does. The ball goes into Stiege. Nice feed inside. Really good cut by Kruger. Well defended by the Jayhawks. Good head fake. Stiege with the beautiful little mid-range jumper there. What I really liked about that was the initial head fake to get the defense off balance and then went right back up with it. Looks like we've got a referee's timeout as I believe that's Megan Balk suffering what appears to be a little bit of a bloody nose, so doesn't look to be any worse for the wear. Just need to get that stop before she can get back out on the court. Solid D by Peyton Weber. Way to keep those arms up and not drop them. Good entry feed. Weber looks to kick it back out. Nice drive by Vogel. Really strong move by Vogel. Vogel is slight in size and stature, but she's a bulldog. Three attempt no good by the Cougars. Rebound, Jayhawks, Emma Bose. Back into the hands of Vogel, who sets up the offense. Jayhawks doing a nice job of moving that ball around the perimeter, always looking to get it inside to Weber, as they do there, and Weber takes care of business. Back quickly the other way, nice Nice run out and layup by Zupke. Can't get it to fall. Another timeout as coaches regroup. This time Josh Kruger, head coach for the Cougars, takes the 32nd. Got to give a big shout out to my boy Ryan Harold from Sumner. Went to school with him. We graduated back in the day. I'm not going to tell you when. I don't want to age us, but he was in the house tonight. He and his entire family, who are growing like weeds. So it was good to briefly catch up with him, but he was taking in his son's game, so I didn't want to bother him. But good to see you and the fam tonight, Harry. I'll leave you alone now. There's a lot more I could say, you know that, but I won't. Cougars quickly inside. That was Megan Balk, I believe, with the 2 points. Jayhawks again looking to get it inside to Weber. No go this time. Bowes eyes the 3, instead drives. She's going to pick up a foul. Or she's going to draw the foul, I should say. That was on the floor, so they'll inbounds underneath. Ella DeVore, again, junior, number 21, set to inbounds. Volga looks at the 3, decides against it. This one she will take. A little strong. Nice hustle by Zupke. I apologize if I'm saying that name wrong. Weber with a little extra contact. Body from behind. We're rolling without sideboards in this game, folks, so I can't tell you who's got what, but I don't believe we have anybody in any sort of foul trouble yet at this point. Nice layup attempt by Emma, no good, but DeVore there to clean things up. 23-12 with 4.5 to go here in the first half. Jesup on top of Sumner-Fredericksburg. Rebound Weber. It's possible we'll see the younger Weber tonight. We've got 2 of them on the court now. Peyton Weber. I'm sorry, Peyton is the one on the court. But we've also got Jada Weber, the freshman, number 2, who maybe we'll see later in this game. Couple of great kids. Great personalities, good parents, just really fun to be around. Careful with the ball there, ladies. Took a little bit to get control of that one. Hit it. A little strong on the 3. Jesup needs to relax a little bit. Not a great job taking care of the ball on that possession. Schoonover on the near side. Inbounds for the Cougars. Looking to get it inside. Good to see Bowman back into the game. She must have had the double bloody nose. She looks like a wrestler out there right now with the double cotton. That foul against Haley Gengler. Jayhawks still in that man-to-man force a turnover. Oh, good cut by Gengler. Kicks it right back out. Jaden Bowes with the three. Got it. Emma Bowes. Steal up. Good. And apparently she decided that mask was not for her. She is sans mask at this point. Good help defense by the Jayhawks. Weber and Bowman just really going at it down low there, working hard. As Weber takes a seat, Gengler as well, I'm sorry. Carmen Nearing in for the Jayhawks underneath. She's 5'8", junior, number 53. Lena DeVore back into the game. Actually, Lena, this is Lena's first time into the game. She's a freshman, sister of Ella, number 20. With the ball right now, passes to Vogel. Vogel, nice drive, can't get the roll. Rebound, Kruger. Up quickly. Nice fast break by the Cougars. Good heads up play, results in an easy layup for Schoonover. Cougars also in a, I believe it's a man or a box, and maybe it's 2-3, it's hard to tell. I thought it was man, then it looked like a box and one. I think it's just man. Kruger with the rebound again. Good defensive pressure by the younger DeVore. We are going to see a foul inside, and that is going to go against Dylan Vogel, a sophomore point guard. Sends Madeline Viseka to the line. Peyton Weber, Ella DeVore back into the game for Nearing and Lena DeVore. As we see Visteka make her free throw. .40 seconds to go in the first half. Here in a nickel battle. Cross-court pass to Vogel. Surveying the situation, trying to get it inside. Looks back out. Kruger doing a nice job not letting Peyton Weber get her ground inside. Jump ball, and that is going to stick with the Jayhawks. Ella DeVore, number 21, inbounds, set to inbounds for Jesup. As we see Megan Balk, sophomore forward, number 34, check in for the Cougars. She's underneath, matched up with Peyton Weber. Peyton Weber wide open, nice play. That's a tough one for Megan Balk. You know, she just come into the game. She was trying to get her bearings, and Jesup recognized that, took advantage of it, and passed the ball into Weber before she could really even figure out what was going on there. So with that, we end the first half of play here in Jesup with the Jayhawks on top, 30-15. Pretty solid half of basketball for the Jayhawks. Both teams took a while to get going offensively. The Jayhawks doing a nice job at this point. I love their inside-outside mix. The guards are not afraid to shoot the ball when they get the opportunity, but their first choice appears to be inside, which as an old big man, kind of an old big man, maybe I'm just old. Anyway, I like that. I like getting the ball inside to the bigs. So more of that would be fantastic in the second half. Hopefully we can continue to extend this lead because that gives us the opportunity to just keep playing more and more of the kids on the bench, which is always fun to see. So with that, we're going to take a break. We got about 9.5 minutes on the clock. We will see you back here shortly for the third quarter. Again, it's the Jayhawks leading the Cougars 30-15. All right, welcome back, Jayhawk fans and Cougar fans. We are 10 seconds from kicking off the second half as your Jesup J-Hawks play host to the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. Jayhawks currently leading 30-15. Starting lineups for both teams back on the court to start things off here in the second. Inbounds Cougars. Kruger with the three, nothing but net. Shoot, sign that kid up. She's been playing inside all night. Getting board after board. Now she's out dropping three balls. Gonna have an over and back there. Jaden Bowes inbounds to Vogel. Sets up the offense. Cougars in a 2-3 zone. Vogel three, no good. Well off the target, but rebound by Emma Bowes. Jaden with the three, got it, nothing but net. So 2 threes, one apiece to start things off here in the second half. Is that gonna be a sign of things to come here? An offensive burst by both teams. Jesup again, that stifling defense. Schoonover with the drive up, no good, but she does draw a foul, and that will send her to the line to shoot a pair. A little strong on the first. Nice shot, though. Good shot for him. And she strong on the second. I thought that one was nothing but net. Schoonover has done a nice job for the Cougars tonight. A little defensive breakdown by the Cougars there as Jesup gets an easy one on the fast break. Again, quickly back the other way for the Jayhawks. Pass, little too much for Vogel to handle. Sails out of bounds as the Jayhawks in a full court press now. We'll see how the Cougars handle this. They do get it across, no worse for the wear. Emma Bowes back with the mask, so she must be just trying to figure things out, see if she likes that or not. A little off balance for Schoonover there. The shot clock was winding down just a second to go, so obviously she was just trying to make something happen there. Ball does sail out of bounds back to Jesup. Jesup just inbounded the ball behind or outside of the field of play, but the refs did not notice. Nice feed inside by Schoonover, or I'm sorry, Zupke. Emma Bowes drive no good. She's going to draw the foul though. That foul going against Alexa Bowman, the senior. As we see Coach Pilcher and Coach Oberhauser talking things over with Dylan Vogel, the sophomore point guard for the Jayhawks. Emma connects on the first of the two shot foul. I gotta say, they've come a long ways with those and I know Emma watches these games. Emma and her sister Jaden watch these games, so I'm gonna say you look good out there, Emma. I don't know if you're how you feel about that mask, but I can tell you they've come a long ways, and it used to be that you looked like a hockey goalie in one of those. There just was not, there just wasn't many options back in the day when somebody had a bum nose and had to put a mask on. So you make that one look good, Emma. Hey, nice job by Peyton Weber. Gathers herself, backs up a little bit, up and in. Quickly into the press. Trying to get these Cougars off balance. Slow down their momentum. Shot clock. That's another three, no good. Rebound, Weber. Apologies to our audience. It sounds like maybe we were froze for a bit there. If that was the case, we do apologize, and hopefully we've got things going as expected again. Aaron Stagey in for the Cougars, and Haley Gengler in for the Jayhawks. Nice inbounds play. Zupke quick to the hoop. She does draw a foul. They're going to call that on the ground. So inbounds underneath. Schoonover with the shot, no good. Zupke says, I'll knock it down. Jesup forced into a little press break of their own. A little bit dicey, but they do get it across into their offense now. Again, always looking for that interior feed. Rebound by Gengler, but tosses it to the Cougars. Cougars have really picked up their defensive intensity here in the second half, doing they're much more intentional about their footwork and jumping passing lanes, and really trying to make it more difficult for the Jayhawks as they attempt to advance the ball up the court. Jayhawks slowing things down here. Playing a little inside, outside, high-low. Three ball, nothing but net for Ella DeVore. Nice handles by Zupke, bringing the ball up the court. A little through the legs, behind the back action. Cougars also trying to get that ball inside. Jayhawks just making it really hard. And even when they do get a couple opportunities, they're unable to convert. Madeline Risteka and Hannah Bowman into the game for the Cougars. A little short on the three by Jaden. I always find it interesting when I look at the rosters of teams today. Good feed inside to Hannah Bowman, knocks down the little bunny. You know, back in my day, again, I'm telling a bunch of old man stories here, but it was fairly uncommon to see freshmen and sophomore in a varsity squad. I mean, it certainly wasn't heard of. In fact, at Jesup, we usually had a kid or two that was playing up, but it was not the norm. And now you see teams, you know, once you hit high school, so many teams are filled with, you know, their starting lineups even are filled with anything from freshmen to seniors. So the game has certainly changed. Kids are much more advanced coming into high school than maybe they were back in the day. It used to be, you know, you might have had 1 or 2 kids that were that far along, but now it's, boy, you might have a freshman that's the top player on your team. Lena DeVore into the game to replace her sister, Ella. Geez, I believe they are sisters, Lena and Ella. Emma Bowes brings the ball up the court for the Jayhawks. Jayhawks clearly looking to use time in this quarter as a whole. They've slowed things down quite a bit intentionally, as we see a Cougar turnover and quite a pile up down there by Vogel and Zupke. I believe Zupke was, yeah, she was the one heading to the basket and took a pretty hard foul via Dylan Vogel. So she goes to the line, misses the front end of the 2-shot foul. Peyton Weber back into the game. She replaces Carmen Nearing. Zupke shooting the second with 40 seconds to go in this third period. She does make that one, bringing the score to 43-26 Jayhawks. Oh, good drive by Ella. Get that arm out and just let that ball float up off the backboard. But also a solid job drawing that contact, sending yourself to the line. See if she can knock down a couple here. A little strong right on the first one. Ella DeVore Nearing back into the game for Weber, Vogel. Weber, I believe, got a bit of a Charlie horse when she went down in that last Cougar possession. She's gonna get a little attention from the trainer there. Libby Schoonover with the ball. Looking for a driving lane, nothing there. Esteka to the basket, gets blocked. Jayhawks rebound, and that will expire the clock as we head into the fourth and final period here in Jesup. Cheerleaders on the far side come out to get the crowd even more excited than they probably already are with this solid output by the Jayhawks, leading 43-26. Both coaches for both sides talking things over with their squads. As I said previously, I think Josh Kruger, he must have touched on the defensive effort at halftime, because his Cougars definitely came out with an increased sense of urgency on the defensive end in particular. And they also did a really nice job taking it at Jesup on the offensive side. I think they were a little more hesitant in the first half, really taking it at them in the second. Nice job of drawing some fouls in there, getting to the line. And it's resulted in a few more points for them. Jesup, I think, intentionally slowed things down a little bit, at least on the offensive side. You know, they're usually run and gun, get the ball out and move, but they slowed things down, probably trying to manage the clock a bit. Oh, great feed by Weber. Nice pass back by DeVore. Out to Emma Bowes with three. Can't get it. Rebound Bowes. misses but draws the foul, so she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. That was the first team foul for the Cougars. And the Bows, no good. Jaden Bows. Turnover by the Jayhawks. Yeah, a little bit of a travel there by Zipke, but that's what I'm talking about. They're not messing around. They're getting the ball up the court quickly, falling into a full court press, or I should say going straight into a full court press, which resulted in the turnover and score. Jayhawks getting bunched up here, not doing a stellar job of breaking that press. Coach Oberhauser recognizes that very quickly, calls a timeout. In a press, you kind of want and I am no basketball genius here, but as that ball goes up the court, everyone should kind of work in tandem. As the ball moves up the court, your players should also move up the court, finding those open areas, always giving the ball handler angles, at least two different places to pass to. We were not doing a good job of moving up the court with the basketball. We had girls getting jammed up. Just allows the defense to be that much more effective. They have shorter, smaller areas to defend. Familiar face on the bench tonight for the Jayhawks. We've got Lainey Pilcher, one of our record-holding. Is she the all-time leading scorer at Jesup, Anthony? I want to say she is. I don't think anybody's broke that. At any rate, she was a phenomenal player for the Jayhawks. Went on to play college basketball, had a nice career. She currently attends UNI online and works, but she spent the first half of this winter as a middle school coach up the road in Gilbertville at Don Bosco. Got some great experience there, and it appears she's helping the Jayhawks out, probably as a volunteer, which is great. That's a wealth of knowledge sitting on the bench for us. And I would guess that the girls love having her there. She's a fun kid and great personality and can teach them a lot. As the Jayhawks commit a foul, sends Zupke to the line. Just Cougars really struggling at the line tonight. Just cannot get the roll, which happens sometimes. Sometimes, especially with free throws, you miss a couple of them and just kind of gets into your head and you have a hard time dialing it back in. She does on that one, so she'll go 1 and 2 on that trip. And the Jayhawks still struggling with that press break. Three ball, nothing but net for Schoonover. So the Cougars on a bit of a run here. Given the Jayhawks a run for their money, we really need to find a way to effectively break this press. I still think we've got girls that aren't real confident in where they should be or how they should move, and just kind of jamming things up, but then also not going to the ball when it's coming to them. Ball fakes, girls, ball fakes. It's very easy for me to stand up here seeing the court from a bird's eye view and be critical and act like I know what I'm talking about and say they should do this or do that. Whole different story when you're down there street level and trying to make the right decision. But one very minor thing I think would help them tremendously is giving a ball fake. They're currently looking right at where they're going to pass it, and then it's not a very intentional pass that they're making, and just makes it pretty easy to jump those lanes. So props to the Cougars here, putting on a solid press, making this a game, 43-34. It wasn't too long ago, this was a 15, 20-point game. Coach Kruger is probably wishing he went to this full court press in the first half, but one thing about the full court press, you can only put it on if you score the basket, which they have been doing here in the second half. Rebound by the Jayhawks. And there they make a fool out of me, but putting on that full court press even on the miss. But the Jayhawks did a much better job of attacking that time. Emma Bowes to the hoop, no good. Rebound, Cougars. Nice rebound by Peyton. Get that ball up the court. Don't mess around with it. Cougars got some confidence. They're playing really nice defense right now. 3-ball, Vogel no good. Rebound, Emma Bowes trying to do something with it. I could tell she wanted to take that right back to the rack. Draws the foul. They're going to inbound underneath. Just 3 team fouls for the Cougars. I'm sorry, just 2 for the Cougars, 3 for the Jayhawks. Emma Bowes looks 3, puts it on the ground, drives. Nice little floater. There you go, good pressure by the Jayhawks. Run out, Emma Bowes up strong. Enjoying watching Ella DeVore play defense on Zepke. It's very clear that her assignment is to stay on Zepke like flies on. We'll leave it at that. I love a kid that knows their assignment and follows it. Good job by the Jayhawks. Probably didn't need the deep shot by Jaden Bowes, but it worked out okay. Weber was there to rebound, put it right up and in. 49-35. Stretching this thing back out just a bit here. Some good defense by the Jayhawks. But again, really impressed with the halftime adjustments by Coach Kruger and his Cougar squad. Definitely a different team here in the second half. And there's another example of looking right at your target and thinking that ball's going to get through. It just isn't going to happen. You got to look them off and then make that pass. There you go. Nice ball movement. Emma Bowes, great drop off. Nice dump off to Ella DeVore by Emma Bowes. Really nice press break. Ooh. Gonna get an off-ball foul against Ella DeVore. Completely unintentional. I don't even think she saw the defender there. Not arguing the call at all, but not a call I would feel bad about if I'm DeVore. Just playing hard. Kind of one of those things, I'm playing hard, you get my way, you got to suffer the consequences. Anthony, my co-hard up here, says might be a little bit aggressive, Baldwin. Boy, Emma Bowe is just really doing a nice job with passing, great court vision. She's got her head up as she's dribbling. Earlier in Emma's career, she would take off with the ball head down, and she was heading right to the rack every time. She's learned to get that head up, look for her teammates, and if she sees them open, she's going to find them. Foul on the ground. That foul is against Sydney Zupka, sophomore guard for the Cougars. Jayhawks attempt to inbound to Bowes, can't handle the ball. Again, Jaden Bowes, I think, has done a really, really good job of defending tonight. She's moving her feet, sticking with her assignment. First half in particular, she made it really hard on Schoonover and Zupka, whichever was bringing the ball up the court. Zupke knocks the first of the two shot down. And she'll get the second as well. 2:22 to go in the fourth period. Coach Jason Pilcher calls for a full timeout. Stand corrected, that was Coach Kruger. Has his team in striking distance. They are 12 points behind. Given how this game has gone to this point, that is a substantial lead by the Jayhawks, but certainly not out of the realm of possibility, especially the way the Cougars have been pressing us, or maybe more to the point, the way we have been trying to break that press. Or not the way we've been trying to break it, just the fact that we have not executed well. You know, I don't think we can overstate the effect losing Marley Shizzle has on this team either. Marley's a ball handler. She is a junior leader. She's smart with the ball. She executes cleanly. She's a hard worker. And when you take a kid like that off the court, you notice it on both sides of the court, especially in a press break, where everybody is kind of, you know, emotions are heightened and people are excited, and to lose a kid, you know, you count on to be level-headed in those moments. It hurts. But at the same time, that is life. You know, you gotta work through it. You gotta have that next man up mentality, which the Jayhawks are doing here. And I am willing to bet that although they're struggling with that press break tonight, Coach Oberhauser, Coach Pilcher recognize that. That'll be on their lists of things to address in practice this week. And the next time they see a press, they'll be better for it. Zupke gets the roll on the second one. So the Cougars having a lot more success at the line than in the first half. They could not get a friendly roll to save their life in the first. Pull. Hold, as Coach Pilcher says below. Hold, use some clock. 3 seconds in the lane by the Jayhawks. I think we got a coach, timeout. Coach Kruger is going to take it 30 seconds. Saw one of his players in a little bit of a challenging situation there. Just didn't want to get a 5-second call this late in the game. Again, the Cougars currently at 5-6, trying to get to that 500 mark. The Jayhawks started off really well. They've dropped their last 5 and have dropped to 6-6, 500 on the dot, and so they really would like to get a win tonight to, get back on the top side of that 500. Good feed inside. Couldn't handle the pass. But really nice look by Schoonover, I believe that was. Had some zip on that ball too. Again, I like Livy Schoonover, the senior guard for the Cougars. I think she's played a really nice game. Clearly, head coach Kruger has a lot of confidence in her, and I can see why. And I think he's in good hands with Zupke, just a sophomore, but she also very solid with the basketball in her hands. $50 seconds to go. Jayhawks trying to wind down some clock here. So they do. Got the shot clock down to 10 before foul was committed, which sends Dylan Vogel to the line. Again, Dylan, just a sophomore. I spoke about this the last time I was up here. I feel like Dylan should be like a 6th-year senior for the Jayhawks. She played and started quite a bit of games last year as a freshman. She's just one of those kids, I feel like she's been around here forever. Smart kid, tough kid. She takes the licking and keeps on ticking, and really has done a nice job for the Jayhawks, and I expect that only to increase as she continues to get older, stronger, and better. Timeout, Cougars. Full minute. 27.5 to go as the Jayhawk boys and Cougar boys wait in the entryway to the gym here. As a reminder, as always, we will step away from this feed prior to the boys game, and Anthony Baugh will fire up a new Facebook feed for the boys game. You can find that in the same area that you found this one. But yeah, after warm-ups, we'll be right back on the call for the boys game. And thank goodness Coach Pilcher will be up here with me, so I don't have to talk to myself anymore. And you guys don't have to listen to me talk to myself, because I just can't believe that's probably all that great. I talk to myself a lot, but usually it's in the comfort of my own head. I do have Anthony up here. I shouldn't exclude him, but he's not great company, I'll be honest. I kid. Big shot, big board and shot by Alexa Bowman. A little senior leadership there. Draws the Cougars within 10 with 21 seconds to play. Tries to make a 3-shot foul, no good. Weber is gonna draw the foul there. That's gonna go against Alexa Bowman. So she returns the favor to the Jayhawks. Peyton Weber all alone at the line as the Cougars drop back. And now they changed their mind. I thought that was a little odd that they would drop back with the Jayhawks. Kruger into the game. Weber try to get one of two here. And she will. Nice D by the Jayhawks, swarming, force a turnover. Jaden Bowes, I've said it twice now, I'll say it again. Really good effort tonight, girl. Jayhawks dribble the clock out there, and they will walk away with the victory tonight, 55-54 over the Sumner-Fred Cougars. And I'm sorry, that was not 55-54, it was 55-44 maybe? We'll go with that. Anyway, the Jayhawks do go to 7-6 on the season. The Cougars will drop to 5-7. Nice job by the Jayhawks. You know, like I said prior to the game, they had gone on a bit of a skid. They had dropped their last four. Really tough competition in their last four. Nearly able to take that last one against GR. Played them very tough. That was the number 4 or 5 team in the state in their division. But the Jayhawks did a nice job. Just came up short. Got back on track here tonight. And so hopefully we can keep that rolling. Nice job to the Cougars. Really impressed with your comeback in the second half there. Gritty defense. Great job to Coach Kruger with your adjustments at halftime. Really turned that into a fun game. Thank you all for tuning in for Jayhawk basketball, where again your Jesup Jayhawks take down the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars 55-44. We are going to step away for about 15 minutes, and when we come back, I'll have girls co-head coach Jason Pilcher with me to call the boys game. So we will see you shortly.